guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Haley and this is the Mystic Adventure Tarot. You guys, it's been a month. I know it's been a month. I've been aware it's been a month. A lot of stuff has been going on lately and I apologize for not putting out content as consistently as I would have liked to, but we're gonna change that. Just so many chaotic things have been going on literally since Christmas, and it's just been hard for me to catch up and hard for me to like really get some content made for you guys. But we're here now. We're here and we're about to do this. So today's topic, as you read, you did not read wrong. What the fuck is going on? Just in general. We're just gonna see what information comes out because I don't know if it's just me, but it's just been feeling like there's so much crazy stuff that's been going on lately. And like, it's not like big crazy. Well, some of the things we've been dealing with are big crazy, but it's just been like a bunch of little things building up to a big thing. 111 on my timer. That's telling me it's time to get getting. So what the fuck is going on? We've got pile 1 and we've got this lepidolite chunk, which is gorgeous. I freaking love lepidolite. And we have the 420 tarot with the moon. Since we're talking about crazy, things have been feeling a little weird, things have been feeling hazy. So pile 1, we're gonna have the 420 tarot, this lepidolite, or the moon card. So that's pile 1. Pile 2, we have these turquoise dice. And we have the Desert Illuminations Tarot. And there's the moon card for pile 2. Turquoise dice, the moon, Desert Illuminations. That is pile 2. Pile 3, we have this red aura quartz, which is gorgeous. And the Cosmic Visions Tarot, 222 on my timer. There's the moon card. And this is for pile 3. And then pile 4, we have this azurite bracelet. And we have the moon card with the, what is this? The True Heart Tarot. I think it's called the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, but it's the True Heart Tarot. So azurite bracelet, True Heart Tarot. All right, guys, go ahead and take a second. Think about which pile you're going to pick. Think about whether you like the deck. Do you like the crystal? What is it that you like? And as always, what we're going to do is start with an oracle portion. I'm going to go through all of your oracle cards and see if the energy matches. And if you feel like just based off of the oracle portion, it's not your pile, you are more than welcome to pick another pile. If not, you might not have a reading today. So go ahead and take a second. Pick which deck you're gonna go with, and I will see you over there. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this lepidolite chunk or you chose the 420 tarot, this is gonna be your reading. As always, like I said, we're gonna do our oracle portion. We're gonna see what the tea is, see what's going on. If you feel like you don't connect with this reading just based off of the oracle portion, feel free to pick another pile, and if not, there might not be a reading for you today, which is okay. Sometimes I get myself oversaturated in readings where I'm like, I need answers every single day. And it's just always convenient that none of the people that I watch put out content when I'm like in demand of a reading. So, sometimes it's just better that we don't have any information at all. Either way, let's get into this. For pile 1, what the fuck is going on? We've got empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. Okay. Let's see. Energy. Yes. Ooh, okay. Y'all know how much I like synchronicities. So we're already working with that. Putting some energy into being more empathetic, not only with yourself, but with others. Self-confidence, leader, power, and we have the bear. So if you connect with bears. This reminds me so much of Yosemite. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Love that. Uranus. Breakthrough. Sorry. Breakthrough, change, originality, awakening, Aquarius. Shocking, revolutionary, innovation, sudden events, epiphanies. Epiphanies? Yeah. Unconventional, unusual. So already I'm feeling like stuff's changing. It's your girl, the High Priestess. It's your girl. You know how much I love the High Priestess, right? And then for our Lenormand card, which I got from our friend Julius Tarot. You can follow him on Instagram at Julius Tarot, and you can pick up this Lenormand deck from his Etsy. So he's the homie. Check him out. We have Masquerade, which the Masquerade card is about like things are hidden. It's about your true identity. It's about like, the mask comes off. There's things going on behind the scenes that we can't see. Your true self, if you will. So, pile 1. I'm already getting that like there's some big changes happening for you. And I feel like a lot of times when positive changes come our way, it gets really freaking scary, because that means that, it means that the things that you tried to manifest, the things that you put in the work for and were working towards and striving towards and thinking about every single day, when those things start to come towards you, you start to feel that insecurity and that like imposter syndrome of, do I even deserve this? Like, am I even like good enough for this promotion? Am I even talented enough for this like audition? Or am I even good enough to apply for this job? Like, whatever it is, am I good enough for this person? When you are, and you're good enough for yourself. So I feel like it's time to start putting more energy into self-confidence. If you're working towards a leadership position, or you're being, or you are trying to achieve a leadership position, it's definitely time to start thinking the way that someone who is in a leadership position should be thinking. Because let's be real, most managers suck, and that's just a side note. Most managers suck, and it's because they promote people that really aren't good at understanding what it was like to be the employee and not just the manager, or, just the employee. I've definitely been there. So if you're looking to apply for a leadership position, or a leadership position is being offered to you, and this is more specific, but make sure that you're like working past your insecurities and working past making sure that you're not allowing not only your ego to take over, but your insecurities to take over, because a lot of managers who are like assholes are usually insecure and that's just real. So that's specific, but if you're trying to move towards a more powerful position in your life in general, just make sure that we are recognizing where we came from, recognizing where we're going. And if other people aren't at our level, we don't have to, frolic with the people that aren't trying to go where we're going, but we can definitely be empathetic and understand like, hey, they're not where we're at, and not an I'm better than you kind of way, but just some people aren't healed yet, and that is their problem. So, and that sounds harsh, but that's real, and I don't care if you feel like that's harsh, because honestly, sometimes we need to hear harshness, because harshness is where the truth lies. Anyway, if you're going through some major changes, if you're working on building your self-confidence and building up, who you are as a person, I feel like this is your pile. So let's get into it. I'm already really excited about this. I know what the fuck is going on seems a little like negative. Oh my goodness. I just heard my little dog yelping, and I guarantee she just got in trouble for sticking her head in like a bowl or something. She's so bad. Anyway, also thank you to everyone who's watched my last video and supported this channel so far. I'm really excited. Okay, pile 1. Let's get into this. Let me see if that works. Hope you guys can see these. If not, we went over them already, and I like to cycle back anyway. So, what the fuck is going on, pile 1? This is the 420 tarot. You can find it on Amazon is where I found it, but you could probably also find them on Instagram. This is the crispiest shuffle you're ever going to hear. So just get ready for some ASMR. Wasn't that crisp? Pile 1, let's go. If you chose the 420 tarot, you're high too. I'm just saying. All right, what is a source of daily stress for pile 1? What is a source of daily stress for pile 1? We're trying to get rid of the stress, you know what I mean? So we need to find out where it's coming from. What is the source of daily stress for pile 1? What do we got? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yeah, literally, like I said, that like good things coming and you're tripping about it. But I'm not finished yet, so let me not get ahead of myself. But we have the Wheel of Fortune. What am I in need of for pile 1? What does pile 1 need? We've got Justice reverse and the Fool reversed. So I'm gonna say this. We'll go Justice reverse, and then what is going on around me, and I will take the Fool reversed. Hope that works for you guys. How can I find rest in this situation? For pile 1, how can I find rest in this situation? For pile 1, what do we got? 10 of Swords reversed. Okay. What am I using as a distraction for pile 1? What is pile 1 using as a distraction? For pile 1, what is pile 1 using as a distraction? What do we got? The Devil reversed. Interesting. Because the Devil upright is about vice. No. Reverse is about... Hold on. We're going to get into it. What can I let go of for pile 1? What can pile 1 let go of? What can pile 1 let go of? What do we have here? Queen of Pentacles. What? Advice for pile 1. Ooh, that one came flying out. Let's see. Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. We got Judgment reversed on the bottom. Interesting. Like, good things, you know, but there's a little mess going on. I don't know. Let's see. All right. I hope you can see these. Let's get into this. What is a source of daily stress? We've got the Wheel of Fortune upright, which is about change. The Wheel of Fortune is movement, you know, karma, good luck, a cycle. It's a turning point, right? And so when we are in a turning point in our lives where the greater things that we've been trying to push for, you know, the breakthroughs, the clarity, the true self, the true form that we've been seeking, is coming towards us, it's really scary because you suddenly have second thoughts and you're like, dang, do I even deserve this stuff? Like, am I even good enough for this stuff? What am I in need of? We have Justice reversed, and it's accountability, or there's like a lack of accountability with Justice reverse. There's it's like things seem unfair right now. And I think that you are in need of just treating yourself fairly. I think that you're in need of giving yourself a fair chance. I think that when you're down on yourself and you don't trust your capabilities, you're literally intentionally disadvantaging yourself, you know? It's like you're signing up for a 100-yard dash, and then right before the race, you take your shoelaces out and you're just like, I'm going to run like this. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you 11:11 on my timer? Ooh. Why would you set yourself up for success and then desire failure? It doesn't make any sense. So what needs to be happening right now is we need to give ourselves and this is an 11 card. What? Okay. Give yourself a fair chance. Respect yourself, respect your capabilities, work through your fears, take the mask off, and stop pretending like you're not as good as you are. That's just real. Because when you're pretending like you're not, double tens too. Like, a cycle is closing, you know, and it's, oh, and a 20. That's a 20. There's a cycle that's closing for you, and new opportunities that you have been trying to move forward towards are coming your way. And now is not the time to like question whether or not you're worthy of them. Obviously you are, because they're showing up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, don't set yourself up for failure because you want it. Like, don't set yourself up for failure after you've literally gained success, or you've set yourself up for success. What is going on around me? We have the Fool reversed, which is about like foolishness and like literally a fool, you know, like think of like somebody who's kind of squanders stuff, somebody who doesn't, the dude that doesn't have a job yet somehow everyone's always taking care of him kind of thing, you know, and not in the sense of like challenged for work. I'm talking about like someone who intentionally is just not putting in the work and hoping that, and just relying on everyone to take care of them. That kind of energy, that like not wanting to move forward, you know, someone who's just reckless and naive and not thinking clearly. So I don't know if it's time to change friend groups, and just go solo for a little bit. I don't know if it's time for you to, I don't know if it's like the job situation or a home situation, but if there's foolishness going on around you and you're trying to move forward in your true form and gain clarity, 1333, and trying to gain clarity and grow, and change and awaken, these buffoons need to go. Whatever the foolishness is that's around you, whatever the like draining and the energy that's trying to distract you and drain you from these moves that you're trying to make, that needs to stop. And that's what's going on around you. How can I find rest in this situation? We have the 10 of Swords reversed, recovery, regeneration. Literally, like, things are coming to an end. These situations are coming to an end. And it's time. Whoa, that's cool. Dang. Okay. Welcome back, guys. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've made a video, so I'm just kind of enjoying flowing and hanging out. And you know, I get a little rambly anyway. So obviously you're subscribed here for a reason, and that reason is the foolishness that is the foolishness and the fun that is the Mystic Adventure Tarot. 1444 on my timer. Rest. I think that it's important that you reserve your energy. It's important that you take some time away, take some time to yourself, take some time to rebuild and gain clarity, regain your energy, literally. So how can you find rest in this situation? Just let the cycle end. Literally let things come to an end. Let things flow with the transition of things, flow with the change of things, and just let that shit go. And that's a double 10. So literally, like, good things are coming to you because you asked for good things and you've worked towards good things. So like, let this nonsense needs to go. What am I using as a distraction? And we have the Devil, reversed. I think that the Devil reverse is about breaking free. It's about relieving yourself from these cycles and reclaiming your power. I think that it's time that you stop acting like you're not capable of doing that. 1555 on my timer. I'm catching all the numbers, pile one. But seriously, like, now that you recognize that it's time to move forward and it's time to let the cycle go and it's time to move on, it's literally important that you not distract yourself from reclaiming your power. Don't let them distract you. Don't let you distract you. Don't sacrifice your power for somebody else. Don't stop growing because someone else isn't growing. You know what I mean? Don't stop moving up because the opportunity stopped moving up. Like, the world is full of opportunity. The world is full of things that you can find for yourself and achieve. You know, you don't have to stick to the same thing, especially if you're not happy there anymore. So don't be afraid to move, to reclaim, and just say, you know what? I'm washing my hands of this. I'm done. What can I let go of? We have the Queen of Pentacles, which is like a matron figure. The Queen of Pentacles can also represent, I'm trying to figure out like the wording, security, feeling like financially secure or like emotionally secure. You know what I mean? Like, think of like your mom. You feel safe with your mom, right? Or those of you who have that kind of connection with your mother or mother figure. And I think that it's time to let go of the safety net, because that's what moms are, right? They're our safety net. They're going to do it for us. They're going to take care of us. They're going to, you know, handle the business when we don't want to, you know, schedule our doctor's appointments, that kind of stuff. And so I think it's time that you let go of your security blanket. I think it's time that you let go of the safe zone, and really, really just put yourself out there. Take the mask off. You know, it's comfortable when you have a mask on, because like the people who were mad about wearing masks during COVID, it was hilarious to me, because I was like, dude, nobody knows who I am. I can literally like walk around and be left alone and nobody's going to approach me. And a lot of times if I just put some sunglasses on and a hat, nobody's even going to know it's me. So I can literally just be stealthy. But like, it's time to stop with the stealthiness. It's time to drop the mask. It's time to drop the security blanket and allow yourself to step out in confidence. You are powerful. And if you're moving into a leadership position, step into that position with the knowledge that, or with the confidence that you are good at what it is that you're doing. And that's why you got that position. We have advice. We've got the Page of Pentacles reverse, which is about like short-term focus, and it's about like lack of planning, like big scale planning. And I think that it's important now that you start putting in the work to know what direction it is that you're trying to go. We already know what it is that you wanted. Now that you're going into that direction, or now that you're moving into the thing that you wanted, where are we going from here? Right? Now that we've gotten the things that we've needed, now that we've set ourselves up for success, where do we go from here? So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Make sure that you are writing things down, being a little more organized, putting in a little more effort when it comes to your material world as well as your emotional and mental world. But really putting in the work to set yourself up for success even more so. So thank you, Pile 1. I really hope this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Welcome back. I missed you. I'll see you guys later. And I love you. Love and light. I hope this applied. Let me know in the comments. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the turquoise dice or you chose the Desert Illuminations Tarot, then this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion, check in on those energies, see if they match. If you feel like just based off the oracle portion, you're not connecting with this reading, that's totally okay. Go ahead and pick another pile, or you might not have a reading today, and that is fine. So let's get into these. Welcome back, by the way, guys. I missed you all. I was on a long ass hiatus, and she's back. She's back, and she's better than ever. And it's pouring rain outside, so enjoy the ambience of the rain, Pile 2. Oracle. What the fuck is going on? Let's see. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay. And also, can we talk about, like, you guys already know I like synchronicities, so boom, there we go. Space. 111 on my timer. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Love that. Slowing down, pacing yourself. Love that. And if you connect with turtles, well, there's a turtle on there. Venus, love, beauty, romance, Friday, Taurus or Libra. Courtship, aesthetics, sex appeal, affection, sensuality, values, pleasure, grace, gratitude, again, inspiration, self-worth. Yes. And it's funny, my Venus is in Libra, so there we go. We've got the Two of Swords reversed. And then for our Lenormand card, which if you don't know what Lenormand is, go ahead and head over to our friend on Instagram, Mr. Julius Tarot. He created this deck. It's called the Rainbow Reflections deck. And it's just another form of card divination. But you can get these from my friend Julius Tarot, 222 on my timer. That's a sign. Go visit Julius on Instagram. All right. And we have the Stork. And the Stork card is about like rebirth or birth. It's about transition. You know, things are changing. New cycles, essentially. So, pile 2. We're looking at like an indecisive situation. I don't know if you're in a position where you have to choose yourself or choose another person, which always, always, always choose yourself. But it just feels like things are like really confused right now. And sometimes, and you know how they say gratitude is the best attitude. That's real. And it sounds annoying and cliche of like, oh, be thankful even when things are hard. But definitely be thankful even when things are hard, because like you're supposed to be learning something in the moment, you know? Unfortunately, we have to go through things, but like you're learning something in the moment. So just don't. 3:33 on my timer. I feel like you're entering a new cycle for sure. And I think that it's important that you take some space and focus on yourself. And if you're having to choose between, and also that slowing down and pacing yourself, literally taking some steps back and saying, what am I grateful for from myself? How can I love myself? How can I take care of myself? I feel like there's definitely I hate to say it, but there's probably some self-neglect going on just from like the look that I'm looking at, you know. It seems like everything is more dark and like just it doesn't feel good right now. And that's okay. It's not supposed to feel good all the time, but I think that it's important that you take some steps out of your feelings and kind of look around and say, okay, like, where am I? Am my bills paid? Am I being taken care of? Am I taking care of things? Am I able to continue on? Like, what are some things that I can keep putting in effort for, you know? Because there's new opportunities coming. And whether it be new opportunities like in the physical, 444. Whether it be new opportunities in the physical realm or whether it be, you know, in the mental and emotional realm, a new cycle is happening for you. And I think it's important that you enter this cycle slowly and consciously, and confidently, without doubting yourself and doubting your capabilities. Don't get overwhelmed. If things start to become too much, you know, take some steps back. All right, pile 2, I hope that you connected with that. Let's get into our tarot now. I'm going to put that up there. Sorry, I'm a little tad bit stony. But that's just because if you know me as a person, that's how I live my life. So it is what it is. I'm having a good day and I missed you guys a lot. And I definitely came into this video a little anxious because it's been so long since I've put out a video. But I'm feeling good and I'm feeling happy. Pile 1 went great and I have a feeling you guys are going to be great. So 5:55 on my timer. Are you serious? And double 4s. Can we talk about that, please? Alrighty. Big things coming for you, pile 2. I feel it. I think that this is more of an internal change than an external change. This was in reverse. But that's just me. If you chose the Desert Illuminations Tarot, you made a good choice. Whoa, okay. The Magician was flipped over. Awkward. All right. What is this? What the fuck is going on, pile 2? Sorry. Let me get to it. What the fuck is going on? What is the source of daily stress for you, pile 2? If you chose the Desert Illuminations Tarot, let me tell you, it's super cool. Source of stress. Boom. We've got Justice. Upright. Source of daily stress. And that's an 11. What am I in need of? For pile 2. What does pile 2 need right now? What does pile 2 need? All right. What is pile 2 in need of? What do we got? It's your girl! The High Priestess. Pile 2, 2 of Swords. The High Priestess is a 2. Just throwing it out there. If you see in 2s, and 11, you know, reduce that down to 2. Duality. Are you working on balance? Venus came out. So my question is there like I'm not saying it's a love thing going on, but you know, it could be. I'm just throwing it out there and I'm not going to say anything else. So what am I in need of? We have Yo Girl, the High Priestess. What is going on around me? For pile 2, what is going on around pile 2? What the fuck is going on around pile 2? Let's see. Ooh, what was that? The 3 of Swords reversed. 3 of Daggers reversed in this deck. Oh man, my cards are kind of bendy. That's because I shuffle them too hard. Sorry, all of you who cringe when I bridge my decks. I apologize, but you know, that's just the way I do things. How can I find rest in this situation? For pile 2. How can I find rest in this situation? Also, I have ADHD, I believe. Too afraid to go get that checked out. But if you enjoy my readings, I'm sure that you also have some sort of like internal, you know, chaos that you thoroughly enjoy from me, as well as, you know, my insight. But yeah, so sorry if I'm all over the place all the time. It's just who I am. What is going on around me? We got the King of Daggers, which is the King of Swords reversed. How can I find rest in this situation? We've got the Chariot reversed. Interesting. So far, everybody's getting some major arcana, like quite a bit. What am I using as a distraction? Ooh. Okay. The Star reversed, and then some advice. The Ace of Daggers reversed. Yeah, like I said before, I think that this is, but we've got the Sun on there. That flew out too. But let me tell you, remember how I was saying earlier how I think that this is more of an internal than material. Did you hear that thunder? Whoa. Internal conversation versus like talking about the material world. So let's get into these. Pile 2, what is the source of my daily stress? We've got Justice, upright. I feel like things are coming to a head. Everyone's getting theirs, you know. The truth is coming out. The action and reaction and, you know, the repercussions of everything and everyone, including ourselves, is starting to happen. And it's scary because sometimes you develop that imposter syndrome. If you've been putting in the work and you've been trying to move forward and trying to grow and build, and you've been putting in the work and you see that karma's coming, or you see karma coming around, it gets a little anxious, you know, because it feels like you get imposter syndrome of like, dang, like I'm about to get smacked up because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. 11:11 on my timer. And Justice is 11. And all the twos, duality. It feels like sometimes it's scary when like things are coming to a head and you see all of the things that you've been working on and all the things that you've been addressing starting to happen around you, it's like, oh, if you're like me, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to deal with this. So I get it. I get why you're freaking out about it. But honestly, just slow down, you know, let the cycle happen, let the growth continue, and let the changes be made. Don't fight change. Don't be indecisive about things, you know. Be confident and know what it is that you want and know what it is that you deserve and where you're going. What am I in need of? We've got the High Priestess. It's your girl. It's yo girl, the High Priestess. Literally clarity, tapping into your intuition, tapping into, you know, your common sense. And you know how they say common sense is not that common. 12:22 on my timer. Common sense is not that common. Well, you know, you have common sense, obviously. You know what's right and you know what's wrong, and you know what works for you and what doesn't, right? So let's not block ourselves from addressing things in a realistic way and recognizing situations from a realistic viewpoint, especially if, whether it be with others or whether it be with ourselves, checking the self-loathing, checking the, you know, bad attitude when it comes to you and who you are and where you're at, being ungrateful for what it is that you've achieved so far. So tap into your higher thought process. Your clear mind, you know, the mindset that you had when you started these plans in the first place. You know what I mean? What is going on around me? We've got the Three of Swords reversed. Sorry if the rain is really loud. I'm probably going to be yelling through this whole video. 13:33. It is what it is. Three of Swords, and then the Three of Swords. What? Three of Swords reverse. What is going on around me? Letting go, healing, releasing pain, forgiving the past, forgiving like the pain, and just letting go and moving forward. Because the Three of Swords upright is about like heartbreak and it's betrayal and it's like hurt, you know what I mean? And when it's reversed, you're healing from that. Like you're moving on from that. You recognize everything that's happened and you're not going to allow what has happened to damage your confidence and damage your self-love and your self-image and damage the way that you view the world and change your opinion on yourself. No, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to introspect and be grateful for what we've done so far, slow down, and recognize how much we've gone through to get here. Don't downplay your struggles, dude. It's not fair to you and it's not fair to anybody else, because there's someone out there who will see the struggle that you've gone through or are going through, and it's going to help them move forward. And not to say you need to struggle for other people's sake. No, you need to struggle for your own sake. Because we can't grow unless we struggle, and that sucks. But it is what it is. So let it go. You know, if you're in an environment where you can heal yourself, take the time, take the space, and literally enjoy being able to just, whether it be to cry every day to let it out or scream or whatever it is, enjoy the environment to be able to release these emotions and these heartaches that have been built up inside for so long. How can I find rest in this situation? We've got the King of Swords reverse, which is like, it's the King of Swords reverse is like a manipulative, like it's mentally abusive, a mentally abusive person, whether that be you or somebody else. How can you find rest in that situation? Literally removing yourself from that space, stopping that headspace in its tracks and saying, you know what? I am not worthless. I am not lazy. I am not slow. I am not, you know, fuddy-duddy or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like just some lame. Like, I have value. I've put in a lot of work to be where I am right now. You're not going to put me down, and neither is anyone the fuck else. And I say this to my best friend all the time when she gets down on herself. I'm literally like, don't talk to my friend like that. Don't talk about my friend like that. Because if I heard somebody talking about her that in a way that she would talk, like, you know what I mean? If I heard somebody talking about my friend in that negative tone, I would fight somebody, you know? Because you wouldn't let somebody else talk about you like that, and you wouldn't let somebody else talk about your friend like that. So don't, stop that energy. Stop that. Don't get down on yourself. Don't manipulate reality. Be confident. Don't let these situations dim your light. If anything, let it make you shine frickin' brighter, dude. Especially with the sun on the bottom. Come on now. What am I using as a distraction? We have the Chariot in reverse, which the Chariot reverse can talk about like lacking direction. It can talk about like delays, being slowed down. Don't let the fact that you're not sure which way you want to go distract you from going somewhere. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm not sure, so I'm just not going to do anything. That's not helpful for you or anybody else. It's not helpful for you if you're trying to heal and you're trying to decide if you're going to go to therapy, for instance, because Swords is about like mental. So I'm personally taking this as a mental health thing, for you, pile 2. If you've been debating on going to therapy, or you're always talking about how you need help and you're not happy in life and you're depressed and you're dealing with all these things and then never actually doing anything about it, like, stop using like the fact that nothing's been done about it as an excuse. It's never too late to go get help. It's never too late to make changes. It's never too late to do anything. There's people who are in like their 70s and 80s who are finally like getting a high school diploma, you know what I mean? Or just like healing from like a trauma that happened and healing their like family lines or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying is it's never too late to stop and look around you and say, what can I fix? What can I take care of? What can I heal? Where can I show love, experience love? Where can I give and get? Where do I deserve more? Where am I taking too much? Like, it's never too late to start, but it's never going to start if you're just sitting here, like, just feeling bad and not actually doing anything about it. So stop using the fact that nothing has been done as a distraction of like, oh, well, nothing's been done, so I guess I can't do it either. Like, no, because the only person who can do it is you. There's a new cycle, you don't want to miss out on a new cycle of love or a new cycle of self-love. You know what I mean? You don't want to miss out on a new cycle of healing because you're just like, oh, well, I mean, it's just been this way for so long. Like, that doesn't work for me, and it shouldn't work for you either, okay? Take some space, take some time out, and be real and honest with yourself. Stop lying to yourself about things. No offense, just tea. What can I let go of? We've got the Star. Literally that loss of hope, that like sadness, that like, oh, everything's over, the world is doomed. Like, it's not over. It's not over until you literally make it over. And if you're doing that, then you know what? Like, I don't know, go get some help. But what I'm saying is, stop using the fact that things have been so hard as a reason to not make them better. Stop using the fact that, like, and I'm not saying, oh, forgive and forget. It's not about forgive and forget. It's forgive and heal yourself and remember what happened and not put yourself in that situation anymore. So don't stop distracting yourself with this like doubt and be confident. Like, Venus is like a confident ass bitch. You know what I mean? She's sexy. She's sultry. She knows who the fuck she is and she wants what she wants. And there's nothing that anyone can do to tell her otherwise. So stop being down on yourself and thinking that you're not worthy of good things and be thankful for the things that you've gotten so far and how far you've come, and recognize that you deserve better. Sorry, that was a lot. Some advice, pile 2. Sorry, this isn't as like it's not as fun as I was thinking it was going to be, but it's important. Mental health is so important, and people need to start taking it seriously. So I am gonna get on you, pile 2. I said what I said. Advice. We've got the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Daggers, Ace of Swords reversed. It's time to gain some clarity. It is time to clear out the bullshit. Clear out, like, that's what the fuck is going on right now. You're experiencing the fork in the road where it's now time to say, are we going to continue this cycle, or are we going to choose a new cycle? Are we going to repeat these love patterns and stay with this person? 2222. Are we going to repeat these patterns and stay with this person? Or are we going to step away from this situation and say, I deserve better. I know that I deserve better. I am worthy of all things that are beautiful because that's what I am. And choose yourself, and choose happiness, and choose to love yourself, and just be thankful for who you are. Because gratitude isn't always like, oh, I'm not happy with my apartment. Gratitude is, I don't like me. Even though, like, you should like you, and you should be thankful that, like, we made it this far, dude. Most people don't make it this far. And that's the unfortunate reality. So pile 2, this was great. In my opinion, this was great. And I hope that you don't feel like this was too much. But definitely do some introspection, pile 2, and think about where it is that you're trying to go, because the sun's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming. Happiness is coming, joy is coming, but it's not going to come if you do not make room for it, okay? So thank you, pile 2. I hope this was helpful for you. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Bye! Hi, pile 3. If you chose the Cosmic Visions Tarot, or you chose this red aura quartz, this is going to be your reading. Welcome back, guys. I missed you. I love you. It's been a while. How you been, guys? I was going to start recording at 3:33 p.m., but then I spaced out and came back at 3:34 p.m. So I'm a little salty about that, but here we are. What the fuck is going on, pile 3? I feel like a lot of things have been going on lately. Things have felt tense. Things have felt freeing, you know? Like, it just feels like a lot of positive and negative chaos all at once. So we're going to find out what's going on, all right? For your sake and for mine. We'll see what the tea is. As always, we're going to start with Oracle. If you feel like, based off of the Oracle portion, you're not connecting with this reading, go ahead and pick another pile, or you just might not have a reading today, which is totally okay. We'll catch you on the next one. All right, let's get into these. Pile 3. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Ooh, love that. Passion. Yes. Feeling re-inspired, feeling rejuvenated. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Yep. Making sure that we are speaking clearly and directly and not being passive. Saying exactly what we want to say. Ooh, danger, warning, guidance. Interesting. First house, self, physical appearance, early childhood, goals, desires, individuality, temperament, personality, natural tendencies, identity, self-image, and then we've got Aries up there. Okay. We've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm getting big Gemini energy. You don't have to be a Gemini, but I'm getting big air energy for sure. Whoever you are. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is a quick thinker. She's organized. She's super perceptive. She's an independent person. You know what I mean? She's a quick thinker. She's not easily fooled. you know, just tapped in. And then for our Lenormand card, and if you are interested in Lenormand, you can go ahead and follow Mr. Julius Tarot over on Instagram. He's the creator of this deck. It's called the Rainbow Reflections Lenormand deck. He's the homie. Go check him out. Follow him on Instagram. You can get this deck on Etsy. So I'll link that down below too. But we have the bear, and the bear card is about authority. It's about financial stability. I always get like matron energy from bears. You know, the whole mama bear idea. I'm getting a lot of like divine feminine energy coming in. And whether you identify as a feminine or, you know, you are a masculine who needs to hear this, 3:33 on my timer. It's important that we're tapped into both sides of our self. And that's what Gemini is too, you know, balance. There's two things going on. First house, which is self. Okay, so self-image is what I'm getting here. Watch out for negative self-talk. Watch out for people who are taking issue with your appearance or taking issue with you as a person. And watch out for yourself. It's easy to get away from people who talk shit. You know, you just get away from them. But if you're talking shit to yourself, it's kind of hard to get away from that. So make sure that we're accepting the things that we can't change right now, whether it be physically, mentally, or emotionally. And making sure that we're taking clear steps towards what it is that we truly want when it comes to change. And making sure that we are taking authority over our own lives. Not letting other people dictate what it is. 4:44 on my timer. Not letting other people dictate what it is, you know, we deserve. Be wary of those people. Communicate and be passionate about who you are. Love yourself. Pile 3. Let's get into the tarot. I'm interested to see what's going on here, because I want to say that this is a self-inflicted situation, but communication is key. Yeah, you need to communicate with yourself too. But I have a feeling there's more to this. So if you feel like you connected with this, go ahead and stick around. Move that over here. Put that right there. Boom. Let me see if I can adjust my camera a little bit. Boom. In my opinion, that's better. Let me know. Some glare going on, but that's okay. Acceptance. Accepting the things we can't change. So, what the fuck is going on, pile 3? What is the source of daily stress for pile 3? What is the source of daily stress for pile 3? You guys know I love me a nice matte finish on a deck, but damn are they hard to shuffle. This deck is gorgeous though. 0 complaints, but you guys already know the only complaint I ever have is this shit's so matte. It's hard to shuffle. So for pile 3, what is the source of daily stress? For pile 3, what is the source of daily stress? Come on. What do we got? 7 of Cups. Options. Knowing you have options. What am I in need of? For pile 3, what is pile 3 in need of? The High Priestess reverse. Everybody is getting the High Priestess. Literally every single pile for card number 2 has gotten the High Priestess. It's yo girl. It's yo girl. You are in need of some clarity, homies. Sorry, you guys should know by now the High Priestess is in fact my girl, so she's yo girl too. But I think it's crazy that every single pile so far has gotten the High Priestess, and they're all different decks. And that's what am I in need of? What is going on around me? We've got the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. Double Queen energy. I'm getting a lot of divine feminine energy going on here. How can I find rest in this situation? We have the Nine of Swords reverse. What am I using as a distraction? For pile 3, what are they using as a distraction? What is pile 3 using as a distraction? Ace of Swords reverse. What? Everyone's getting the Ace of Swords too. This is crazy. I don't know. It's coming through though, guys. Clarity's coming. Trust me. What can I let go of? Ooh, we've got the Four of Swords upright. T. And then advice, we've got Strength reverse. Isn't this deck beautiful, you guys? I felt like today I wanted to choose my more colorful and chaotic decks. Ooh, we got the Five of Swords reversed on the bottom. Just because, we're talking about like what the fuck is going on. Trying to get some answers. All right. What is a source of daily stress? We've got the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is all about like wishful thinking. It's like there's options, there's choices. Your imagination is kind of going all over the place with all the, like, if you look, it's always displayed with like all these, like there's 7 cups and there's something different and intriguing in each cup. And it's like, oh man, which cup do I want to look in? Which cup do I want to drink from? I feel like there's a lot of choices that that you're going through and a lot of changes that are happening around you. And it's very, very important that you stay on track. What you're in need of is the High Priestess in reverse. And the High Priestess reverse is about needing to hear your inner voice, needing to hear your higher thought process. Communication is key. I feel like your higher self is trying to communicate with you. Like your common sense is trying to tell you some stuff that's going on, whether it be within you or, from outside of you. But I feel like your higher self is really trying to communicate this stuff and say, hey, like, this is really important. Like, we need to hear this. Making sure that we're in tune with our inner child and making a point to heal our inner child, making sure that we're aligned with our goals and our desires, knowing who we are as a person, recognizing that we are the authority in our lives, and the bear is also financial stability. So maybe taking back control of, your finances. And there might be a lot of options going on with you, and you need to really take some time and have a conversation with yourself and say, what do I really, really want? Because all of these sound pretty good, and sometimes one of the options being like, oh, just sell everything and run away and never come back. And that sounds like a solid option, 1111, but that's not the answer. Okay. What is going on around me? We have the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is confident. The Queen of Wands is vibrant and she's determined and she knows who she is. And she is a creator and she's inspiring. I love how you got double queens, honestly. And also, I'm literally, okay. So there's so much divine feminine. Literally every single card has like some sort of like divine feminine representation. Don't be afraid of that part of yourself. It's okay. It's fine. If you are, and this is specific, but if you are one of our non-binary or trans friends and you are dealing with the war that you are having with yourself on femininity and your feminine and how you can display or not display that. It's hard. I'm not saying it from experience, but I have, trans friends and I have non-binary friends and I've seen like their journeys through transition and it's not easy, you know? And a lot of times there's a lot of healing that comes from that. But also make sure that you're not rushing into things and not just trying to relieve, you know, and just jump into, you know, think things through, think things clearly. Think things through more clearly. Sorry, that was a bit of a rabbit trail. But you understand what I'm saying. There's a lot of divine feminine in here. That's all I'm saying. And if you're struggling with that, then this is definitely something that you need to hear. But there's a lot of inspiration happening, and maybe you're the one, maybe you're not feeling inspired. Maybe you're not feeling like you're at the same level as everyone else, but that's not true. And like I said, be wary of those thought processes. Be wary of the idea that because you're not at somebody else's level, you're not, you know, good enough. Because you're not at their level because you're not them. 13:33 on my timer. How can I find rest in this situation? We've got the 9 of Swords reverse. It's time to let go of the anxiety and the stress. Like, honestly, it's really, really important that you just break free of that. And it's easier said than done, but I'm talking about like either through therapy, sound healing, tarot, you know, I'm available for readings. Even if your friend has a deck or you have your own deck, whatever it is, like whatever it is that you're putting off, whatever information that you're intentionally ignoring, it's time to address those things. It's time to let those anxieties go and let that self-doubt go and stop blocking your own higher thinking because you're not willing to just communicate with yourself and say, hey, this is some stuff that like I'm not okay with, and this is some stuff that we can't really change right now, you know? But instead of like feeling bad about having things that you can't change, 1444, instead of feeling bad about having things that you can't change, recognize that like it's probably not something that you're supposed to be changing right now. It's probably something that you're supposed to be learning from right now. So don't get down on yourself because you're not where you think you're supposed to be. What am I using as a distraction? Ace of Swords reversed. Literally like the lack of clarity. It's like, oh, I don't know. So it's just a mess and everything's just going to be a mess. I don't have answers. I don't have like I don't feel inspired. I don't feel like, so it's just going to be nothing. Like that doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for anybody. And that's not acceptable. Just because you don't have the answers right now does not mean that you get to give up and just kind of go ahead and throw yourself in the danger zone and be like, well, we'll see what happens. No, that's not what we're going to do. We're going to keep putting in the work, and we're going to keep communicating with yourself and with others. And if you need to communicate some stuff to other people, communicate stuff to other people. If you need help, ask for help. If you need support, ask for support. 1555. Like, don't just sit and stress, you know? Like, if there's someone like a mother like figure or another person that you connect with, that you have these emotional bonds with, that are feeling inspired and that are feeling, you know, like they're ready to go in the direction that they're trying to go, talk to them and be like, hey, I'm not feeling that way. How did you get there? You know, finding out what the real blockage is, not like just allowing it to be blocked, you know, allowing yourself to be uninspired. What can I let go of? We've got the 4 of Swords. Oops, sorry, I knocked something over. We've got the 4 of Swords reverse. Letting go of the idea. Was it upright? I think it was reversed when I pulled it out. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what you need to let go of is like the burnout and the idea that you haven't like done what you needed to do, or you're like far behind and you're failing or whatever. Like, who cares how far you've gotten up until this point, like in terms of like comparatively to the rest of the journey? You've made it here so far. So who cares that you haven't made it that far? You've at least made it this far. And that's not the time to give up. It's time to keep going. It's time to keep pushing forward. And it's time to let go of the idea that you are not able to be your true self and able to live your life as freely as you desire to be and be stable and be connected. You know, stop allowing yourself to go into those like fucking wreck zones where you're just like, okay, now that I'm not happy with myself, I'm going to start tearing myself down. And now it's going to take another however many weeks to pull myself out of this. And then I'm going to look and see, oh, I didn't make any progress. Oh no, now I'm mad again. And like, keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Don't let the lack of clarity and don't let the lack of progress that your perceived lack of progress stop you from pushing forward. And that's what can I let go of. Advice, strength reverse. You're giving up your power, dude, and it's time to reclaim that shit. It's time to stop doubting yourself. It's time to start having some discipline. You know, the Five of Swords reverse on the bottom is about calling it for what it is. The fight's over. It is what it is. I'm going to do what I can do for myself in order to grow and learn from this situation, in order to expand, in order to gain more clarity from what is obviously a very strained, you know, battle. And it like, I hate that it started off so like bright and like, oh yeah, communication and self and love. But like, honestly, sometimes you really need to communicate with yourself that like, enough is enough. I'm not going to let you talk down to me. I'm not going to let you, you know, make me feel bad for who I am and where I'm at, because we do that to ourselves more than anybody else does that to us. And that's real, because when people do that to us, they put us down and then they don't think about it anymore and they move on with their lives and go on about their day. And our week sometimes is ruined, you know, and then we start getting down on ourselves. So like, but oh yeah, sorry. Where I was going with that was like, someone can put you down and they'll be over it and like move on and never have to think and never care or think about it again. Whereas when you're down on yourself, you can't get away from yourself because you're the one who cares. You're the one who is creating these narratives about you. So if someone's like, oh, you're a loser, you could be like, whatever, dude, I'm not a loser. But if you tell yourself that you're a loser, like, you're going to believe it and you're going to sit there and like internalize it and keep doing it to yourself. So recognize when you start falling down those like depressive chutes, you know, of like losing your strength and feeling like you're not good enough and losing your worth. There's a lot of options for you. There's a lot of new opportunities. There's a lot of new things coming your way, but you need to stop distracting yourself with the fact that things aren't where you thought they would be right now. It's fine. Don't stress yourself out about it, pile 3. I love you. I really hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Thank you for coming, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hi, pile 4. If you chose this Azurite bracelet or you chose the True Heart Tarot, this is going to be your reading. As always, we're going to start with our oracle portion. We're going to tap in here and see what's up. If you feel like just based off of the oracle portion, you're not connecting with this reading, that's totally fine. You can pick another pile if you want to, or you might not have a reading today, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we just don't have a message. So let's get into this. I really missed you guys. I know it's been a while. So I'm just gonna be chilling and vibing and seeing what's up. So if I'm a little more rambly and relaxed, sorry, not sorry. That's just who I am. What the fuck is going on, pile 4? We're about to find out. We've got death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. I love this card. It's one of my favorites because that's real. Faith. Love that. Oh, here we go. If you chose the bracelet, you guys know how I like synchronicities and weird little things like that. We've got a time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Okay. Deeper awareness, feelings, luck. Gemini. the investigator, the curious, or curious, social, knowledgeable, analytical, intellectual, quick-witted, anxious, outgoing, inquisitive, easily bored, ruler of the third house. Gemini. I love me some Geminis. I don't care what anybody says. We've got the Four of Cups reverse. And the Four of Cups reverse is about like boredom. It's about feeling like tapped out. Excuse me, sorry. The Four of Cups is a feeling like you've missed an opportunity. Almost just like tapped, almost just clocked out. You know what I mean? Where you're just kind of like, I just saw 2:22 on my timer. Just very like dazed and confused and just kind of going through the motions. And then we have Gorilla. And this is our Lenormand card. If you are interested in Lenormand, go ahead and visit our friend Julius Tarot on Instagram. He created this deck. It's called the Rainbow Reflections. And Lenormand is just another form of card divination. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and visit Julius over on Instagram and pick up one of these decks. It's really great. We've got Gorilla. And the Gorilla represents, sorry, let me find it. Gorilla represents family, loyalty, protection. I get the vibe of tribe, you know what I mean? Tribalism. I think of gorillas and how they have like they have communities and the way that they function as a group, as a species, and as a being. So already I'm seeing that you might be feeling a little lonely, and I think it's important that you spend time with other people. Because it's easy, like lately I've been feeling super isolated and, just like kind of working internally and just kind of away from people. And you get into those modes and you wake up and look around and you're like, dang, like I haven't heard from anybody in a long time. I haven't seen anyone, you know what I mean? And you feel very like down and it gets boring and lonely. So maybe tap in with your family, tap in with your friends, tap in with the people that, if you're a person of collective faith, such as like, if you're Christian or Muslim or anything like that, and you're watching this, welcome. I'm glad you're here. But, tapping in with those people, tapping in with the people that make the people that make it all worth it at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Maybe a cycle is closing off. We're becoming more aware of what's going on. We're becoming more aware of our feelings and how our feelings not only affect us, but they affect others. Especially because Geminis are super social and the time to give rather than take. And the family card, I think it's just really important that you gather with the people that you love. Especially if you're feeling lonely. This time of year definitely feels like it's moving in slow motion. And I mean, it's already halfway through the month, but you know what I mean? It feels like a drag and it feels a little isolating. So if you feel like you need to hang out with the fam, or just hang out with more friends or try and be more social, I highly recommend that. There's nothing wrong with that. So these cards are a little bit bulkier, so you guys are getting a bigger view. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it stays there. That seems big. It should have been there in the first place. Whatever. It is what it is. All right, pile 4. Let's see what's going on. This was a little all over the place, but I feel like the consistent theme was definitely like kind of stepping out of self for a little bit and being around other people. There's the High Priestess again. Literally every single pile has seen her at least once. What the fuck is going on, pile 4? What is the source of daily stress for pile 4? What is a source of daily stress for pile 4? I love this deck. It's a little bulkier. It's a little harder to shuffle sometimes, but this is a really good. I recommend buying it if you're going to buy it. Invest in like a deck. I recommend investing in this one. What is the source of daily stress for pile 4? What do we have here? The Prince of Swords reversed, which I believe is the Knight of Swords reversed. What am I in need of for pile 4? The Princess of Swords reversed. Okay. Which is the Page of Swords reversed. We'll do this. Let me try to do this. Boom. That looks good. That's not too much. All right. So we've got the Knight and the Page reversed. Interesting. What is going on around me? And also a recurring thing that I'm noticing in all of your guys' piles so far is swords. A lot of mental health stuff. So we're still going, but what is going on around me? We have the Two of Wands reversed. How can I find rest in this situation for pile 4? How can we find rest in this situation? Judgment reversed. Interesting. What am I using as a distraction for pile 4? What is pile 4 using as a distraction? What do we got here? 6 of Cups. Ooh, okay, T. What can I let go of for pile 4? Ooh, Emperor reversed. Advice for pile 4. Let's get some advice for pile 4. What do we have here? Ooh, the 8 of Cups. Yeah, baby. Okay, this is good. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. Come on now. We got better things to do, pile 4. Let's get into this. Hope you can see these clearly. Boom. So what is a source of daily stress? We've got the Prince of Swords reverse, which is the Knight of Swords reverse. And the Knight of Swords reverse is feeling like scattered, like your brain is like all over the place. You're not thinking about the consequences. You're not really thinking about anything. It's just kind of, you're all over the place, very fragmented. And that is stressful, especially when you know that like it's time to get your shit together, and it's like you're seeing everyone else kind of at whatever points they are in their lives, and you're like, and you unfortunately start to compare yourself, which you shouldn't do. And it starts to get a little frustrating, and it makes the like fragmentation worse too, because you're like, oh man, now I have so many things that I have to get better at, which is not good for you. What am I in need of? We have the Princess of Swords reverse, which is the Page of Swords reversed. And the Page of Swords reversed can be hasty, and it can be like a lot of talk and no actions to back it up. And I think that it's time that you start backing up like some of the things that you're saying, you know, in terms of what it is that you want, in terms of where it is that you're trying to go, in terms of who it is that you're trying to have in your life. I think it's time to start backing up what it is that you're saying. If you're saying, hey, I'm trying to, you know, be at this pay rate, or I'm trying to be at this point in my life, and you've been saying that, but you haven't actually done anything to get there, it's time to put in the work and get there. It's a time to give rather than take. It's time to stop like letting people encourage you and start like putting in the work and encouraging others. 11:11 on my timer. Because this cycle of, you know, self-doubt is over. The cycle of all over the place it's done. It's time to start to be more analytical. It's time to start thinking things through more clearly. It's time to start sharpening your mind. And if you need help from family and you need, support, like, talk to those people. Tell them, hey, I really actually need help. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what it is I'm trying to do. And sometimes the people around you have been waiting for you to ask them for help, and they've been thinking about you and they've been wanting to support you, and they're just waiting for you to be ready to be supported. So keep that in mind. But the gorilla is also about protection, protecting yourself from the toxic mindset, protecting yourself from this cycle that's about to repeat itself, or is about to attempt to repeat itself. You don't want to do the same shit anymore. You don't want to be all over the place anymore. It's old, it's frustrating and it's not helpful anymore. What is going on around me? We've got the Two of Wands reversed, and the Two of Wands reverse is a fear of the unknown. There's a big lack of planning. You're not really putting in the work that you're not putting in like the attention that you're supposed to be putting in. And because you've kind of just been chilling, kind of at this point, you're like, okay, well, I'm over it. Nothing's really going anywhere with this situation. Nothing's really going anywhere with, whatever it is. Like, let it go, let it die. Let the situation end and put in the work to move forward. And whether it be, hey, let's agree to disagree and we're just not going to talk about this anymore and move on, or, hey, I can't continue to deal with this anymore, so I am going to remove myself. 1333. Either way, like, stop repeating the cycle with them. Stop going in circles and circles and believing that they're gonna, change this time, and believing that this is gonna get better this time. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be a person specifically, but it's just time to put your energy elsewhere and not keep allowing this to go in circles. And the issue being that everyone around, the situation did not plan for anything. The situation has just been relying on you to handle it, and relying on you to continue, and relying on you to keep doing the thing that you always do, which is take care and, put in the work and put in the effort. And they're not going to put in the effort. They're just like, oh, well, we didn't think this through, and that's also something I'm getting out of this. So take what applies, leave what doesn't. You know what I mean? A lot of lack of planning has been happening, and it's time for you to buckle down and really start investing in planning in what's going on with you and not what's going on with the other situation. Hang on to the people that are good for you, invest in those people, spend time with those people. Don't spend time alone if you can avoid it. Just so you don't keep getting in your head. The people that are loyal to you, the ones that love you. How can I find rest in this situation? We have Judgment reverse. Oh my gosh. Sorry, someone is working next door. So if that's really loud, I apologize. We have Judgment reverse. How can I find rest in this situation? And Judgment reverse is about like not wanting to look inward. It's about like not addressing, reality, not addressing the proof is in the pudding. Sorry, I'm struggling to find my words. The proof is in the pudding. And when it's in reverse, it's like, I didn't even know there was pudding. And it's like, no, you know what's going on at this point. You know what's going on with this situation. If it's yourself, you know what's going on with yourself. And at this point, it's time to stop pretending like there's no other way to go. And stop pretending like, you're not aware of what's going on. Get out of yourself. Get out of this like funk and like this almost like dark version of this dark ego of like, oh, woe is me, it's over, blah, blah, blah. And like start just, putting your energy elsewhere. Like, let go of this situation. Whatever it is, just let it go, dude. What am I using as a distraction? The Six of Cups, nostalgia. When it was good, it was great. Oh, I remember when, and oh man, this was so wonderful, and it was such a good, when it was wonderful, and that doesn't matter anymore because it's not good for you anymore. It's like you're using the idea that this situation is going to get better, and like you keep using the idea that this situation is going to get better, and it's not getting better, and it keeps repeating itself, and you're just like, oh, I can't believe that this is happening. Oh, well, I'm just going to sit here and like be sad because it's happening. No, like go invest as much as you're investing in this situation. Either invest in yourself or go invest in like someone who actually is worthy of that to that degree, you know? Let go of this like idea that when it was good, it was good. It doesn't matter anymore because it's not good now. It's not helpful for you now. It's the end of an era, you know? It's the end of a situation. Endings are merely beginnings. It's ending now so that you can start something new. And if you're not out there investing in other things, you're going to miss the whole new, you know? Time to give rather than take. If you're not putting yourself out there, you're not going to get any opportunities, you know? So it's time to stop putting yourself in this repetitive cycle and start putting yourself some like out there, whether it be for a job or a relationship or, you know, friends or family, whatever it is. Like it's time to put yourself out there and let go of, you know, the shit that's not worth it anymore. What can I let go of? And we've got the Emperor reverse, this like toxic energy, this angry, controlling, like just this thing that is rotten, dude. Get it? Yep. We already said this. Let it go. Let this person go if this is a person. Let this like idea go if it's an idea, the job, living situation, whatever the frick it is. Let go of this mindset that you have to be in this situation because you've been here for so long, and start really thinking about what it is that you actually want and where it is that you're actually trying to go, so that when those opportunities arrive, you're ready for them and you can like gain more. So you can move forward. We've got for advice, the Eight of Cups, letting go and moving on. It is what it is. We've looked in these cups. We've drank from these cups. There's nothing that I can get out of it. It is what it is. It's time to go. It is time to go. If you watch Chris Corsini, he's like, you can't have both, bitch. You can't have both. And that's real. You can't have both. You can't want new things and want to move forward and want to grow and keep repeating the same shit over and over and over again and thinking that it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not. We have bigger abundance coming. Bigger abundance. Balance your shit out. Come on, dude. If this is a romantic situation, and this is specific, but if this is a romantic situation, let that person go, because you know that they're gonna cheat on you again, or they're gonna, you know, disrespect you again, or they're gonna whatever it is again, and it's never gonna stop happening because that's what they think of you. People treat you the way they think of you. So that's specific, and that just came to me. But that, like, if you know how the cycle goes, protect yourself and say, I'm not repeating this cycle anymore. I'm done with it. Okay? Dang, pile 4. Sorry. This was a lot. I hope this was helpful for you. You can let me know in the comments. Make sure that you like, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and share this video. We'd like to bring more people in and make more friends. So thank you all for coming. I really hope this was helpful for you, and I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Bye! Surprise! I decided that I wanted to just add a little surprise reading for the collective, something on a little more positive note. So those of you who actually pay attention to what's going on down in the description box, welcome to the reading that you decided to watch. This is for the collective, and it's just going to be a little more positive based. We're going to just see See what little happy thoughts can come out for us. What the fuck is going on in a positive way, you know? So, our first card is, where can I find joy for the collective? Where can the collective find joy? What do we have? Stimulation. Ooh, maybe if you're a documentary person, watching some documentaries. If you're like physical stimulation person, maybe going to the spa or like doing some more self-care stuff. How can I relieve my frustrations? How can I relieve my frustrations for the collective? What do we got? Oh, wow, this is great. Okay, so we've got platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. Okay, platypus, I heard you. Wolverine, you are a lot tougher than you think you are. How can I relieve my frustration? Trusting myself. Stop projecting other people's insecurities into my plans for the future, into my self-worth. All right, let's see. What's next? What is the next step towards peace? What is the next step towards peace for the collective? What is the next step towards peace? What do we have? Self-realization. Yes. 222 on my timer. Self-realization. Becoming one with yourself. Recognizing who you are. Trust. Oh, beautiful. How can I relieve my frustrations? Trusting yourself. Growth on the bottom. I love that. What is the next step? Wait. How can I relieve my... Oh, this was what is the next step towards peace. Okay. I read that wrong. I don't know how to read. My bad. And then let's just get some overall advice. What can we focus on? The collective. What is something we can focus on for the collective? What is something that we can focus on? Remember forgetting. Yes, remember letting go. You can forgive and not forget, but you can heal from it. You can recognize, people say forgive and forget because they don't want you to recognize their patterns when they go to repeat them. So you can forgive and remember, you know, and you can heal from it, and you don't have to hold it against anybody because you're not going to put yourself in that situation anymore because you recognize. Key into wisdom. Little owl. Yes. Tap into your higher thought process. I love how it's a little owl and it's also like there's like birds coming out of his head. Dive under the surface. Yes. Dig deeper, guys. Dig deeper and see like what good things can come of this. Slow down, pacing yourself. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little extra snack of a reading. Welcome back to the Mystic Adventure Tarot. Make sure that you like and comment and subscribe. And I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad you guys are here. And let me get one more. I hope to see you guys, clarity, on the next one. All right, guys, I'll see you later.